Hello, welcome to Module 1 of Communication 400, Communication Research Methods. In this module, we'll be looking at 4 different chapters. The first chapter is an introduction. Again, we'll talk about why you should take a research methods course, some definitions of communication, perhaps some review of some other definitions that you've discussed in other classes. We'll talk about the relationship between theory and method, and hopefully this is a bit of a review from what you learned in Com 306, Communication Theory, but it's important that you know the distinction between the inductive versus deductive approaches. So if you have any questions about this as you read through and do the voice thread, let me know. We'll also talk about the difference between method and methodology in Chapter 1. Then the focus of chapters 3, 4, and 5 is about different research paradigms. And so these are really different points of view about how you see the world or how you see social reality. So it's basically like a pair of glasses or filters that help you look at different aspects of communication. And it also determines the types of questions that you might ask and the data that you would collect. And this is important as you move forward in the research proposal paper. So the first chapter, or chapter 3, is the social scientific paradigm. This is sometimes referred to as the discovery paradigm, the positivist paradigm, or the post-positivist paradigm, but this book refers to it as the social scientific paradigm. So here there's really specific steps that are associated with this method. We'll talk about the role of hypotheses and what a hypothesis is, the nature of reality and how researchers can discover that reality, and how we evaluate claims and explanations. Then chapter 4 is a second paradigm, the interpretive paradigm. So we'll define this paradigm, we'll discuss the role of subjectivity in this paradigm, and so this is basically looking at how is the researcher involved in what he or she is researching, what role does that person have, and how can they be objective versus subjective. Then we'll also talk about the role of hermeneutics, phenomenology, and symbolic interactionism in chapter 4. Then the third and last chapter on paradigms is the chapter 5 on the critical paradigm. And so we'll define this, and the critical paradigm is, as the name implies, critical of different power structures or different structures in society, and this can be from a gender perspective, a power perspective, a sexual orientation perspective, economic perspectives, and so we'll look at Marxism and postmodernism and other critical perspectives in chapter 5. So things that you need to complete for Module 1 are to read chapters 1, 3, 4, and 5, review the lessons in Module 1 in Blackboard, complete quizzes 1 through 3, post your comments to the 2 voice threads for this for Module 1, complete and upload your visual introduction. And I look forward to seeing those. These are interesting, and I hope that you'll comment on the introductions that your peers post. And then be sure to upload your profile photo in both Blackboard and VoiceThread. And I posted a brief video in the Start Here area of Blackboard to show you how to change your profile photo. As always, if you have any questions, get in touch with me either directly through email or on the class questions discussion forum.